Hello, welcome to another episode of me cupping through Blending Room's portfolio of coffee to hopefully be able to assist you in your purchasing decisions. Now, these videos are relevant for the week commencing, and today it's the week commencing the 14th of October 2024. On the table, we have the Lala Salama decaf, Pantano, Castanhas, Segundas, Bolsa, San Lorenzo and Migoti Hill. And what I'm going to do is cut through each of these samples and just briefly describe what the flavor profiles are and how I think they may be best served at home. I'm going to try desperately to keep these videos under 10 minutes in length and hopefully even shorter than that, so as not to waste your time. So let's get stuck straight into the cupping. So on the table we have Lala Salama, and this is from Tuesday last week, and roast 25733. Okay, so this has got a lovely cherry characteristic. It's a really creamy cup profile. There's quite a lot of milk chocolate in there too. This I roast very much for brewed coffee because that's predominantly where our clients sit. So this would suit every method of brewing, to be fair, with a strong preference for those people who enjoy cafetiere, filter, AeroPress, stovetop, that type of thing. As espresso, you'll get a little bit of acidity in the cup, but it's a delightfully well-balanced decaf, and you can almost not perceive it as a decaf. So next in line, we have Pantano from our core range. And this does exactly as it should do. Lots of orange acidity, lots of nut. And today, this particular roast, 25740, there's quite a lot of roasted hazelnut in there, and then lovely milk chocolate on the back. This is an incredibly versatile coffee. You can have a youthful espresso all the way through to one of those really comforting type of cafetières. So preferably with brewed, but definitely suitable for espresso as well. Next in line, the Castanhas, and I've got maybe one more roast left of this. This is roast number 25743. And with this, there's lots of toffee and sweetness. There's almost no fruit at all. I'd even go so far as saying no fruit. There's a little bit of orange, but it is very dominantly sweet caramels, toffee notes, and chocolates on the finish. It's creamy, it's super well balanced. It's not exactly the most complex of coffees, but that's the beauty of it. It's so simple. It's a lovely everyday drinking coffee. This would go well with espresso. It would go well with every method of brewing. I had this a couple of Sundays ago as a cafetiere, and it was one of my favorite cafetières of the whole year. Next is the new release from Saturday, just gone. This is the Segundas, a washed coffee from Peru. And this does exactly as it should. Lots of fruit at the front and then dark chocolates at the back. It's quite polarizing, or a polar coffee, whereby there's fruit and dark chocolate. There's a touch of walnut maybe in the middle. This would be well suited again for brewed coffee. Next in line is the La Bolsa from our core range, and is one of my favorite coffees. There's lots of cherry characteristics in here. It's sweet, lovely acidity, chocolate on the finish. This is a good coffee for filter brewing. That's where it really opens up and allows those stone fruit notes to come through. I would maybe avoid this as a single origin espresso. It could be a little bit bright, so stick with brewed coffee for this. Next, FYI, that was roast number 25745 from last week. Next in line is 25689. Now, this is the San Lorenzo that I roasted a couple of weeks ago. I've got one batch left of this to roast. So this is what we would describe as a rested coffee. Rested coffee is when you allow the CO2 that's trapped within the cells during the roast process to escape. And from week sort of 2, so day 14 to day 21 is when these coffees really begin to open up. CO2 complicates the brew process, and once that's dissipated, brewing happens better. You'll therefore be able to access greater flavor profiling. So let's have a taste. So very sweet, Lovely bright orange, but sweet orange, clementine, tangerine, that type of thing. Lots of toffee and then a rich dark chocolate. It's got body, it's syrupy. You could have this as a lovely youthful espresso. It would suit obviously brewed coffee quite well. I would go filter or cafetiere brewing. Cafetiere brewing would really bring out the toffee and dark chocolate. Filter brewing would bring out those orange characteristics. So last on the table is the Migoti Hill. Wow. And this is just so peach-like, this particular roast, which happens to be, again, 14 days off rest, and this is roast 25691. So with this coffee, let me just dive in again. With its bright acidity, I would strongly recommend that you have this as a brewed coffee. That's where this coffee would really open up and shine. I think if you had it as espresso, it might be a little bit intense, a little bit tight. Filter coffee will allow that to open up and your palate to be able to perceive all those lovely complex flavor profiles. Right, so we are less than 10 minutes and I have cupped through the portfolio. So to recap, decaf, suitable for all brew methods. Pantano and Castanhas, very well suited for, again, all brew methods, including espresso. Go with Castanhas as the most easy single origin espresso. Then Segundas, La Bolsa, San Lorenzo and Migoti Hill are going to be predominantly suited for brewed coffee, so that's anything but espresso. If you do have it on espresso, expect a heightened level of acidity, but these all perform best under dilution in filter backed coffee. Another couple of things, I am working on a series of short videos culminating in one hopes a longer form video about the development of an espresso or a profile from this roaster for bean to cup or integrated grind and brew mechanisms. So that could be, you know, various different brands at home, so that there's going to be more of these coffees available to you to have a great experience with espresso at home. The notion there is that I want to roll back the years and be able to produce a coffee that works well in a brew ratio of 65% or 1 to 1.55. It's easy mathematics that way. And that's going to take some weeks to curate because I have to allow the coffee to rest. Other than that, there will be a new coffee released this week. I haven't yet decided what it's going to be. I hope this cupping has been useful. Do get in touch if you want to ask any questions about this. I will repeat this next week when I enter new coffees. And there you have it. You have a great week. Enjoy the coffee.